The Human Mechanism is an adult-oriented YouTube account. Individuals under the age of 13 should not be watching without the consent of an adult. Hello G.I. Joe and 1/18 scale collectors, this is The Human Mechanism. Well, after over a year of contemplating and worrying about quality control issues, I finally bit the bullet and hopped on the JoyToy bandwagon. As you can see, I have the Crazy Reload SUV from JoyToy's Battle for the Stars line in my possession. I was one of the many people who pre-ordered this beast. In fact, I placed my order so long ago that I actually forgot about it until it arrived on my doorstep. Nevertheless, here it isn't because this is a box. This is the Crazy Reload SUV. So after putting this together, I think it's safe to say that this is definitely for display, not play. There's a lot of very intricate parts that could easily be lost. In terms of quality control issues, which is quite a big topic when it comes to JoyToy, my example has two. The right rear view mirror simply does not want to stay on. Obviously, this can be remedied with superglue. The second is that one portion of these railings does not want to attach properly, but unless you're specifically looking for this flaw, it's not at all noticeable. It's just kind of a pet peeve of mine. So, in terms of quality control issues, there's nothing too big. It doesn't really need to be said, but the detailing is superb. It's clearly the best thing about this toy. Everything from the molded detailing, the mud, and the rust is just great. However, I'm not exactly a huge fan of the dirt effects on the windshield. It just looks like somebody spilled some coffee on it, which I suppose that's appropriate for the effect they were going for, but that's just my opinion. The vehicle also comes with this sticker sheet. Like many of you, I'm not a huge fan of sticker applications. If they're not already on the vehicle, I usually don't bother with them, especially when there's no instructions on where to put them, which seems to be the case here. Additional details are the rubber tires and the jerry cans, which are situated on both sides of the vehicle, which can be removed. In terms of carrying capacity, modern G.I. Joe figures can fit inside the vehicle with ease. Overall, including the turret, there are spots for 7 figures. Of course, additional figures can be situated elsewhere, such as this back section behind the seats. The turret can of course rotate, the Gatling guns can elevate and depress, and the hatch can open for a figure. The hood of the SUV can open, revealing some pretty fair engine detailing. So, I get a lot of comments requesting more size comparisons. So here's the Crazy Reload SUV right next to the Vamp. As you can see, it's pretty big. It's definitely not the biggest vehicle in the world, but it's definitely one that you want to make space for. Overall, the JoyToy Crazy Reload SUV, while not exactly a toy, is an excellent display piece. I can imagine this would be a great addition to any diorama. I also think this will be more appealing to military toy collectors out there in comparison to the original JoyToy SUV, because this vehicle definitely has a more realistic MRAP type design to it, appearing to take some inspiration from vehicles like the MATV. Again, the things you should look out for are the intricate parts. I would pay special attention to those windshield wipers. You would think that perhaps they would be molded to the windshield, but no, they're separate pieces and they are flimsy. I would also keep an eye on the turret. As I said, it does rotate, but it doesn't lock into place. It's just held in by friction. Other than that, everything about this is excellent. The appearance of this vehicle alone is worth every penny. And as much as I'm not a fan of repaints, the desert camo version they have for pre-order right now is looking pretty frickin' sweet. I definitely can't wait to see what JoyToy has lined up for future vehicles. The JoyToy Battle for the Stars Crazy Reload SUV gets a massive seal of approval. See you all later. Yo Joe!